Hello and welcome to my corner of the apocalypse. This is Cheska Hans. I am and it is September 21st, 2020. McConnell is currently being blockaded from helping jam through a new justice, and honestly, he deserves that kind of interference. But the fight's not over yet. I am so eager to get back into this. I'm starting my stream 10 minutes earlier, so let's just begin. Last we left off, my character just passed out from a note from an ex hidden in a clipboard that I threw away during a night of drunken debauchery. And I still haven't finished looking over the clipboard yet, and I need to use the shortwave radio to find my badge and the witness. And I need to start a case again need to start a side quest again where my more competent partner can actually tell me what the fuck is going on. Oh, I love this game already. I definitely need to find my gun before I go to Everett again. And China is called the Yellow River, my Chinese instructor had to say, no, it's not because people pee in it. We were very bad kids. Items. Interact. Browse yellow papers. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to the type of form. What types of forms are there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. Sounds like me. The middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Misconduct fine. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Can I use this to pay my bills? I might as well put the B in A cab. I'm already a B. But they appear pleasantly vague. Yeah, no. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at a specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Oh, so there are summons. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. Bureaucracy. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Nothing of these. Yes, all it remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. Can I read the case files now? Nice! Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then the date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HB4 11/20/1700, Next World Mural. Wait, HDB41? Weren't those officer precincts? Yes. Why yes, your precinct number is 41. And HDB? Every last alphanumeric in the file begins with it. And these are your case files, it's safe to say. HDB are your initial. Harry Dubois. Horace W. Berringer? Close enough. That is improbable. How long does it take to read a case? It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you devise. Where do you want to start? Next word mural. This one's relatively easy. Oh, it jumped ahead. Yeah, I don't want to waste much time to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202 at Graffito, a mural appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Janrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Curon. Cause of failure? Rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and woman, are kissing. The text cut into forms reads, True love is possible only in the next world. For new people. It's too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to move. The bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The Graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the Belle Lettre had the litterage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the Graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as a crew calls it, remains an unknown. Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it? Case files do not show you finding the author of the design. Read on. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner JV is against the removal, citing public support for conversation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, and in a rare plebiscite, organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rumbling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given the choice between the two options, keep the mural. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love is truly is possible in the next world for new people. It is too late for us. I must have voted, possibly in lobby, to move the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. The middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. Did anyone ask you what you believe in? Man it with smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Are we done? We should do this later. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of on paper still sags for the keyboard. So, read a case, browse the case files again. Inspect the clip. Oh, did it jump forward again? Jeez. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, binding down the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. Run your finger across the aluminum. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkly with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Oh, it's probably the RCM logo. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? They can read those there. Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned? What? He's lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. Yes, a halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information? It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Address? Maybe yours will have how many cases you solve? How can I read it? Any capable light with the right wavelength would do. Before you mention the headlights of your vehicle? Yes. There is a pause. RCM vehicles have higher headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. Alright, thank you. Okay, he returns his neatly kept notes. I'm going to read the case files later, because that takes up too much time. But yeah, another quest. Read the watermarks. First go to Kanema and turn on the lights. I will do exactly that. So much to do. How do I turn on the lights? Before he stands in motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Corpus Canina motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under a seat, and a soft glow of a fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out the keys and says, alright, ready. I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater. Press engine start. The dashboard lights up with an orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of the Corpus Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Wow, this thing is a beast. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. Press a button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light on the ground before the vehicle. There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. Alright. Let's read it. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears, a street grid and veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is. Vivid shall rest. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermarks of dozens, no hundreds of micro perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, yet the major arteries of the Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinemo's headlights. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you, disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than a child's cry. Ah, matinees, he smells the air. Where are we on this? Let me see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. Right here, he says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems like a shithole. It has its problems. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why exactly. What about the last row? Last row is 3 perforations. 3? That's it? That's it. Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years? Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteer? Wait, 18 years I've done this? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do with all those blissful years of your youth? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money in doom crying. Let's move on, shall we? This is my corner of the apocalypse. My corner of the apocalypse. Rivershell West is my corner of the apocalypse. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of cases closed. Closed is good. It means finished. You got, let's see, more than 200. 216 to be exact. Lieutenant nods with evident respect. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clear more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. I don't think I could ever re-become this person. What's the last number? Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You got precisely 3 perforation here. So I'm a killer. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. So it's like we're a corrupt Eastern Bloc / Banana Republic ambiguous European thing. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So you have to be thankful for. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes, he says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. He gives you a meaningful look. I get shit-faced. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Maybe I should find, like what? Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Maybe I should find a hobby? Anything's better than annihilating yourself to drugs and alcohol. Blasphemy! Thank you for this. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'll turn off their lights. He presses the remote control on the key. You can now see your statistics on your journal page, right of the task description. Nice! Oh wait, I have a thought. Here comes the thought. Tremble, the time is now. Oh, something... What time? Time for the show, for the... Something. The whole time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream! I know it's all Greek to me! Wait, when did this countdown begin? Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality. You are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread. This is because of that same world ending I've been saying, isn't it? Yes, you spoke the words of the and the houses of Paracarnassus items, people. Even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself. Am I sure it's not a joke or some kind of coping mechanism? I did. It's totally also a coping mechanism. I do think the world might end soon. Caught with the apocalypse. The face of a woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We will all become vapor. I agree with this. Quarter of the apocalypse. Quarter of the apocalypse. -1 to rhetoric. Rambling madman. Why not? You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. Until now you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of this cataclysm. No more. Put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in. Internalize! Oh, I have to unlock a new slot. Later. I'll do it later. That was fun. So I gotta look at my... it keeps track of my white checks. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's get to calling about my... Hey guys, I lost my badge. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague for the 31st precinct here. I am putting him on. Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker copy. This is Officer Alice Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the Lieutenant. Under the green prime line, a yellow save button catches your eye. You wonder what the Lieutenant's default radio station is. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. Where's her number, officer? Kim, didn't Garde give you Sylvie's number? Yes. Hold on. Lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is 005 1944 2298. Received. Hold on, officer. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your sides. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malika on the line for you. Oh. Hello, Sylvie. Yes, hello. A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's millions of miles away from here. Sylvie, I believe you met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling Rags. Oh, right. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you, gay? You quit your job at the Whirling. Who was it you called the police? No, not me. Do you know who made the call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone or the one on the coast. So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it. It was someone else, the Lieutenant takes note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer, but it might take a while. But why didn't you call the police? Didn't the corpse of your workplace bother you? Well, of course it bothered me, but I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. What does this Union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The Union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. What the Union says, go. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Wait, Kim. Is she speaking the truth? The Union is law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. Looks around. Martinez is de facto police by the Dock Workers Union. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. I see. Maybe there's something else you could tell me about. Okay, next question. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others, with the union. I'm sorry about that. Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash? No, I don't know. It wasn't me, she gulps. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse, she falls silent. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling? Well, there's a couple of pause. You tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash thinking he didn't need it. I'm sorry about that. She doesn't sound like she's actually that sorry. Anything else, detective? You quit your job at the whirling. Why? You mean why did I leave the bar? You can hear it tense up the other side. Honestly, sir, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why not? Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? The stack waivers. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Get away from whom? You know whom. Okay, did you leave because of Gart? What? She stopped smartly? No, why would you even think that? He told me he asked you out. Are you saying that didn't happen? Please don't bring Garte into this. It's none of your business. God, why can't you mind your own business? She mutters. Alright, I said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Again? I think I got everything I need, thanks. I hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye, she's ready. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Yeah, I figured. No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry at. Some other guy, like Arte. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. A guy like Arte. You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl, lest she turns into a spinster. Oh my god, not a spinster! Not a spinster, my god! You have to interfere on behalf of the International Levitary Fund. First, calm her down until we got everything under control. Then you go have a boys' talk with Garte himself. Think you do that, Lieutenant Love? Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I got everything under control. No? What? You and Gart, right? A little, little trouble under the sheets? They know our Papa's got this. Big Papa. Oh, well. I know, baby, I know. It's just that you've got that sweet woman child thing that makes men go... God, what is happening in your head? Oh, God. The stag appears to breathe heavily. Please just stay out of my life. I got a hunch that your love life is about to take a very pleasant turn. Give the lieutenant a knowing wink. What? Lieutenant raises his shoulders. What is it? You'll see, Lieutenant. You will see. Wink again. Talk to Gart, Lieutenant Love. Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to Garte now. Could you connect me to 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts you on the hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattling voice is oddly familiar. What? Oh boy. Oops. 10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code. 10-4, station 41, I got urgent business, over. 10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status, over? Just reporting in, over. 10-18, state your message. I need to report my badge missing. 10-9, over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22, the captain, over. Is it him? A dry voice asked in the background. What does he want? He says he's lost his badge and needs to report it. What? He lost his badge? Say nothing. Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Haha. Officer lost his badge. Haha. Like at the first cost ever misplaced his badge. Come on, operator, tell him to stop. Come on, operator, tell him to stop. This is serious. He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious. Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge. Satellite Officer Victor concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh, god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? This whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Victor is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of his entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. Report your badge mission. Skill point. New task, track down your badge. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me. Mac, come here. You got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Could you please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? He asked you to stop playing. He asked you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why? Did he find it? The room erupts. The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. You guys! Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over. You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this. He's not replying. Looks like he is still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. Enough of this now. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights, even for Captain Sober. Ask him, the speaker gasped for air. Ask him if he lost his gun, too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over. You check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck, you don't know where it is, do you? Oh, God, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. Drama. Convince him you didn't lose your gun. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Gun, fuck it. I did lose my gun. Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain. He says he didn't lose his gun, or his fun, or whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do, he laughs. Satellite Officer McLean whispers a description to your phone. Over. Request a description and weapon to your phone. Look, I don't have it, alright? I don't have my gun. He says he doesn't have it. Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh, I can't. The man succumbs to laughter again. This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of Coconura by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck, he lost his. Ask if he still has his wiener. I'm not going to. Ask him. Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. Not gonna say that. Over. What's he saying? Share it with the class. He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerds he got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now. Poor Kim is just standing there. Sergeant Torson requests that you apologize for the claims he made about his mother. Over. Okay, tell him I'm sorry. It was just banter. I thought that's what cops do. He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by it. Okay, tell him. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters here. Satellite officer? I heard it. I'm on it. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm. They're static. Oh, God, The man is fighting back tears. Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. I'm in dire need of financial assistance. 10-4, I hear you, but I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... What does he want now? He's asking for money. Is he fucking kidding? I don't think he is. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all. Alright. The operator turns back to you. There's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. He says it's important to the case. He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that. Request denied. Over. Okay, I heard you. No funds. Anything else, sir? This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. Okay, tab 4, I hear you. Relay your question, over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. I need information. What's there to think about? You're going to be looking at the straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. After, ask her if he's there alone. Tab 4, I'm not hearing a question. Radio operator inquires again. I want to know if my badge's description right in your report. Could you give it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. What? What is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge. But of course it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Reptilian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. What do you need, sir? Over. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? Tab 4, well that's a... Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work? He's asking if you ever told me about his days before joining the RCM. For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change. Sir, Satellite Officer Vicar says, I heard him. So is there anything else? Yeah, let's wrap this up. Understood, over. 10-4. 10-10, over. Roger, 10-10, over and out. The stack ends with a loud click. Then everything is silent in the cabin. Pull out the toolbox. I'm still in the car. A metallic drawer slides out from under his seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are. Take the hand-crank flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Let you see things in the dark you would otherwise missed. Take the rubber handle chain cutters. Handles are long and sleek. Snap go the cutters in your hand. You could do work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. Take the red tip pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Push it in the pull-out box. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under a touch, and the metal clutch handles so familiar in your palm. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they're mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again. Close the door. Oh, nice autosave. That's actually a good place to autosave. Flashlight. Bearing the... Equip this discover secret origins shady areas. The police buried the logo... Flashlight bearing the logo Grunstillin RAO. The small dynamo packed inside this handheld illumination device theoretically gives you the ability to produce a tiny amount of electricity anytime, anywhere. Chain cutters. Equip these lock containers. The meanest looking pair of cutters you have ever seen, made in Gottwald by Volsham Wexy. No chain, wire, nor barred fence will ever stand in your way again. They look hungry, ready to chew steel. Containers. The red tip pry bar is Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. It's satisfyingly heavy, and perhaps one of the most useful tools around. So says Gordon Freeman. I haven't played Half-Life yet, but I should. Something's going on here. Need to help a brother out with his love woes. Go to Garte, give him some solid advice. Tell him how it is with women. Track down your badge. I guess we'll still do visual calculus. Accept changes and close. I should probably talk to Gart now. Also give him his keys back. And I can't read the... I should be reading the case files just yet, because they take up too much time. Who's this guy? Oh, the kitchen's open now. It's all about money, you know. I can go to the kitchen now, that's right. The soft purr of electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The dishes are drying. They smell chemicals and pine trees. Oh, what's this? Actually, well, yeah, what is that? Oh, that must have been what I was seeing before. I thought it was like on the upper floor, but it wasn't. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomatoes hangs in the air. A thin man smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, He nods towards the table and says something in completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garossi and Quebec. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, don't call him Grocery Quebec. Please, it's not funny. Ah, Grocery, I have some questions to ask. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You got some impressive pots here. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Stay masculine? What? You're saying he's doing a womanly thing? You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Where do you think it leads? It's part of the whirling rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Eccentric, but okay, I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. No, this door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. Explore the whirling secret passage. It's hardly worth a title. He looks at the door, then you. Anyway, gotta tell you, this person asked about this. The cafeteria manager tried to push on the door. Door does not budge. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe? It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever behind it must be older. Alright, time to talk to Gart. Here's your trash container key. Thanks. Hope you found what you're looking for. I found the victim's clothes. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Hey, maybe you can remember... Hey, you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service. CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have one of those little threads that solves itself. Down the road. Turns to the man. Thank you anyway. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Sylvie had the keys before I got here. I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with a crime scene. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you're sleepwalking or in a fugue state. He grimaces. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Let's talk about something else. So I talked to Sylvie. Wink. God, he does not look too pleased. Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him. Turns out she's a whore who likes to ride the cock carousel. What? But I don't want to lay that on him. Don't have anything else like a back button, for example. Oh shit. Oh no. Of course you do. This is your plan all along. This is how you fix it for them. By answering the woman. Oh my god, no. What have I done? Turns out she's a whore who likes to ride the cock carousel. Wonderful. It is. It's wonderful. What? He squints at you worried. What does that mean? Cock carousel. She rides the cock carousel until she's too old to ride it. Then she settles down with a provider. No time for lectures. The point is, you're losing her at her nasty mind games. Sylvie is a total cycle. Just drill the inside of your mouth and your tongue. Huh? Yeah, this feels right. It feels wise. Good setup. Now speak the real shit. No time for lectures. The point is, you're losing our nasty mind games. Sylvie's a total cycle. No. Jesus Christ. No. I didn't know this. Settle down. He realized something. Does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me? What else do you need? That was roughly it. Yeah, she said that she likes the cock carousel. It's very fun. Very much. So fun. You don't want to know. The man leans his hands on the counter and sighs. His head drops between his shoulders, heavy and defeated. She broke the bird, you know. The great skua. I found it on the ground with the broken wing. On the morning she left. I should have known. It was a way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my ass. He stops and stares at the counter. Or you broke the bird. It could also be that. I think Sylvie even... Yes! The bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope and she broke it. Or, you know, maybe I broke it? No, it was her. His voice is cold now. She's off to ride that carousel you told me about. Heh, a mirthless ass cock carousel. I understand now. Shit! He takes a bottle of wine off the shelf and pours himself a glass. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. He corks the bottle and hands it to you. Now let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment on my own. He stares into the blood-red liquid in a cup. And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed by Dr. Love. I ruined a man's life. Large crimson bottle of cheap sugar wine, made of poverty, sugar, artificial taste enhancers, and a vague memory of grapes. Guaranteed to color your lips. Well, I'm fucked up. Who put the clothes in the trash? Huh. Okay. I should save. Why not? We're stuck. Sorry, Gart. You're doomed. You're doomed forever. You're doomed forever. I'm sorry. I turned Garte forever alone. Poor guy. Well, my job here is done. Dr. Love, away! Let's see, read this. Fuck the police. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you have ammonia. Can I have some? Sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Oh. Aha! So I can use it, I think, first. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in the greenhouse in March? Well, she points to her wheelbarrow, surprised at the question. This might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me. She smiles shyly. Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Visual calculus. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? The traffic jam? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us? No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. She looks toward the yard and her expression clears. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. I was talking to him, yes. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. He certainly won't help you. She shakes her head. You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you? The lieutenant intervenes, looking at her intently. Yes, I'm tired. I understand. The Elysium isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us. There's silence, the smallest of smiles. That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. The lieutenant nods at you. I think we're done here. Let's go. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for autopsy. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. So I can put on the gloves. Bye-bye, bugs. Ammonia. Cassette tape. Alright. I guess let's get to investigating that body. But first, We talked to Kuno about those clothes. There are balls inside. Pick up, yeah, bag. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna pay my bill. Boy turns to you. He doesn't care. I talked to the gardener. She said not to listen to you. Pig! Kuno slaps his forehead. Do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's bruising his bitch on the town and the bitch comes back grieving to the Kuno? What is up with that? Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those pants are too small for you. Hey. The pants are totally okay. Don't listen to her. She's trying to give you your body image problems. I have more questions about the crime scene. The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the crime scene. Listen, he stops you. Kuno doesn't care about the small time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there. Dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno will hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. He points to his pants. Your size, good price. 500 real. You'd have to be blind to not notice that the giant leg letters FALN run down his trouser leg. Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? Pig, these are fall modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Morova by scientists. Scientists! You know, pad scientists. Believe it, you need this shit. He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek of a plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new. These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you look like an idiot. Wait, ask you about what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around except for that up there. He points to the cadaver. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa? The lieutenant remained silent. His expression couldn't say, I told you so any louder. No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering. I'm investigating, and I already have pants. I might be interested in pants. Let's talk about this later. Alright, Piggo. His face lights up. Shit's rolling. Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno. New task. Buy fall pants from Kuno. As you can see, Kuno nods towards the feds. Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust. There was also a mug in the trash. A fuck? The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yes, does this adequate depiction of a South... Yes, does this quaint, bear not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is good. Kuno's got that fast brain, he whispers excitedly. You say you pigs are after the mug fucker, cause he's the clothes fucker. Can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone's tampered with the crime scene. Clean some of it up. Shit, that's Ted's. He thinks for a moment. Someone's going to the beatdown basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. He nods in approval. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. If he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can tell Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two together here. Stop turning to a pig, Kuno. I'm trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Let's not hiss, even meaner than before. Get away from my Kuno. Yeah, Kuno jumps back. Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with a popo. Get your shit done and out Kuno's face. Uh-huh. So he is curious, but he's putting up a front. Ladder. Ever climb it? Look at that fucking shit, he screeches. You try to get Kuno killed? Would you say the ladder is unclimbable? Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat. Lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno. Let's talk about something else. Alright. Kuno doesn't fucking care. I should get that one little quest started.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. Literally don't know a single case. Brief, yes, that sounds good. Who the victim was? I don't know anything about the caller. Why hide themselves? RCM is. We're the police in the city. The RCM, the Revolutionary Citizens Militia, is a police force you're part of. Self-organized Peace Corps occupied the city of Revachol. Sports operates with the legal twilight as its authorities rarely question and super useful notice. Of course, I understand everything now. Ask 10 tell you about the case. Oh, secret cast. Just to be clear, we are police officers. Our job is to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. I guess I looked over it. There's a strong prejudice against the RCM what's seen as union matters. Stock workers used de facto police in modern days. Now appears they start executing too. We cannot allow that. Alright. 3 days ago, the RCM received a report about body hanged, anonymous caller. No one come to investigate. While Pines approaches death as part of a dispute, labor dispute. If we are from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in consider the phrasing, a pissing competition. What do you mean? You don't know? His eyes narrows. I assumed you were in on it. I don't remember being in on anything. You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia. Still better than imbecile cop-off. Cop-off? The pissing competition. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time of it. If you want my take, ask me after we inspect the victim. You should tell me now. The scene's relevant. Later. His voice is unflinching. Was there anything else you want to know about the case? Can we go over preliminary info again? You like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? No, I'll wing it. There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. Alright. Oh. Mega cool. I've heard enough. Would you say this is a mysterious case? Lieutenant considers your question a moment before answering. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural. I can assure you nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Why not? Because it's not part of... He makes a precise hand gesture. Reality. The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him. Actually, that's all I need for now. Good. I just think I should tell you they can't remember anything. Just arches his brow. Trouble believing it. Heavy drinking involved. Personal affairs. What should I concentrate on? Can you help me? There, the briefing. Alright. I want to talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I don't see how my life is pertinent to investigation. Work better together if we have more rapport. That's a fair point. Alright, for a good investigation, what do you want to know? Tell me a secret about yourself. No. Ask again. Your brain sends a signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. Looks like you're locked down. What's happening to me? Something to the matter, detective? What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. Give up. There's nothing you can do. You ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking. Do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. But this isn't an old school case. I get it, you're one of those old so how do you know? So you say your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook. Lieutenant produces a small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're wearing glasses. That's correct. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Just observing. Well, I guess you don't need glasses then. Oh, my thought's finished. Let's rewind. Breakthrough imminent. Oh, it's still on it. Oh, it's still doing it. Alright. You don't look like other people around here. That's because I'm half Seolite, or Quarter. My father's father was in Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity. And a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist peninsular state west of the Indocilian Isla. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would say it's even mysterious. You only make it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents. I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular chevalier. A point of pride to him. That's all for now. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market. Past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. The Frozen Eye at the center district. They pass the video rental store on the corridor. There at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house. Mob larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone, so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Oh, I don't live there anymore. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Oh, so I'm in trouble still. I need money. But first, let's solve the case. Turn away. I forgot I had to use the ammonia. I had to put it in... Where'd I put it? Wait, how do I use the ammonia? Wait. Why is it so bad? Turn away. How do I use the ammonia again? Shit. And feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read there? There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Let's look at all that content. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm not going to use the example, and I'm going to use the example of what not to do. This is your innate ideology. Not to do. But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteer work? Just finish your case, detective. Lost ampoule of ammonia. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. Managed to keep it in once. Oh, so ammonia is not enough. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. The ammonia didn't help at all. Nor does the wind right now. You feel a lieutenant pat on your back rhythmically. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it, pats on your back again. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There's a pause. A white lie. Not being held over helps too. Do it without me, I just can't keep it down. No, this is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. He withdraws his hand and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. But my shit already is together. No, it's not, officer. Okay. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. When the dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go. Oh, so I have to forget a thought. Shit. God damn it. You know what? I could live without it. You do not have enough skill points available to forget. Ah, shit. Okay. The bow collector. I guess I had to do the volume and shit. Oh, it saves the progress. Okay. Alright. Half an hour it is. Oh. Oh, I can pass time. That's right. Let's take a look at my case file. No, not that one. 1530. So... Interact. Tools. Interact. Read a case file. The square bullet hole murders. It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on a rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall with her mouth agape. But that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet, and then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. A sequence killer? Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun. Did I internalize it yet? Hold on. Oh, I can read another case file. It says half an hour, but this is actually pretty good. Read a case file. The unsolvable case. Got it. AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecently drunk and property damage drunk is a curse case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29th, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it is unclear. Every officer, indeed most civilians in Jamrock, knows it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers, and for Burke to stop dismantling signage in rearview mirrors, would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, is hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression, "Couldn't we take them off the streets?" You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street in Perdition, because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they lived in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get a local gang of Zemicos to take them out. The Zem, like his, gave them ethanol so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You try it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop. They hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH, have more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-referencing to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drove down Main Street. Because there they are, on a corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing? Public indecency. Good, you're learning. If the files can be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have confused it with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent pilsner. You slammed the hard plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for Premio documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who at this point is tending to Burke. He came at us. And at us, I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The Premio's content compartment is open. You smash it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment, and invalid. With Burke to attend to, Leslie cuts back on the decent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows. But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop, the unsolvable case is solved. Which is why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to need another one? That was kind of dark. Let me look at my thoughts. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learn Cat for endurance raised to 4. I guess we'll try it. So I got my shit together. Alright, I guess I try again. Hi, 72. You know what? Let me get some ammonia. Get it from the store. Come on. Come on, go you slob. Oh, hold on. Got a phone call. Ah, I unmuted myself. I muted myself, I'm sorry. Yeah, like these headphones, these are really nice, but if I put it down the wrong way, it's like the mute button gets clicked. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Melancholy's pop song plays on the radio. Knick-knack stand. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for a big Frites logo on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display. What's that? Point to a raincoat. What is what? The girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to. It's a raincoat? You want to buy one, it's only 4 real. She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently wait purchase. Her attention is drawn to a raincoat. Stealing one undetected will be now more difficult. I don't want a raincoat. I don't want to steal it. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the St. Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is a bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm. Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Deramine, Magnesium, Hypnogamma. Do you have any pneumonia? Yeah, there's an apple somewhere. She waves her hand in the air absent-mindedly. Apple somewhere? Well, where is it? The terracine stands at core saying, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. The clerk looks up out of her magazine. Oh, that's a tear machine. Like the weight? Yeah, but what is it? She knits her brow, confused. It's a machine for tear? You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever. You put it in the machine, it gives you money. Oh, it's a recycling machine. I see. And how would pick up tear for the tear money? You need a bag, I guess? We used to have some, but we gave them out, so... She shrugs awkwardly. Feel free to use it if you have a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. She points outside somewhere. So where's lady? Where is the ammonia? A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottle lines the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you at the light. The smokes too glitter in the wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There in the dark green glass, a world of ruby, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine alcohol, beer alcohol, love alcohol. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. The clerk looks at the wall of goods behind her. Guess not, no. She adjusts her hat. Commodore Red. Astra, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that. Where's the ammonia?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
I kind of got her attitude right. What's the magazine she's reading? What's going on with this? Before we go on, what is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
And what is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
She chews on her gum with disgust. The story goes that a normal Frit with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Fredefort, was already taken, so when Frit Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement. What's that magazine you're reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you. Forget about that. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Have some questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Can you tell me anything about the dead body? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it. Thank you for your help. Where's the ammonia? What do these products do? I don't know, let's see. Noseph has nasal spray, Germany is really good painkiller, magnesium is dietary supplement, hypnogamma is... I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended after to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Can you be a little more specific? Should use some bubblegum absentmindedly. No, sorry, I'm not like a doctor or anything. Noseph head. Hypnogamma leads morale. I guess they don't have ammonia, so we're doing this without the ammonia. Oh, money. Money. I think by the end of the day, I'll probably, like, be begging... Jump Jams, Popular Music Mag. Glossy Magazine, Most Able-Bodied Men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. I'll see if she has any more ammonia. I assume that the lady didn't have any more. Goods for the Lord haphazardly litter the surroundings. Got any more ammonia? Laggy.
I can't believe it's snowing again.
Young woman watches the falling snow and sighs.
It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Have to run. Alright, I guess we'll just try it. I guess try. Huh. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring yourself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A faint web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten into a branch appears industrial in strength. Look him in the eye. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The Death's Head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Tell me, who are you, dead man? 1 in 4 is worth a shot. The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that. Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates cover them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set. These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Oh, the lieutenant uses a pneumatic A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. Forget about the notebook. Tell me more about the armor. It's clearly some matter of super armor. Or future armor? Super future armor? I'm useless. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel. Fair weather. He turns the boot slightly. Fair weather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's virtuous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by locals? He nods. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for the pieces. The armor could yield information. He nods towards Kudo, who's eyeing you suspiciously. This is one thing he might actually know. Maybe he's just wearing those boots and there's no rest of the armor? No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get it. This kind of armor is found often worn under fabrics. Nice. That makes sense. What if they told him to strip before they hunt him? To demean him? They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the best betes, and they're like, this one still has his underpants. Fucking talking about underpants! Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop! The lieutenant's voice is sharp. Looks at you, with the boot under your arm. Pig's gonna pull his head off! Brutal! Lieutenant! Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it? You're going to pull his head off. Do it, homo! Do what? Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have to compromise the coroner's case. Indeed, from this angle it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Are we not detectives? There may not be clues in this boot. Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing just this once. Besides, he taps on the boot. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant was around. Sounds like a plan. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky. Okay, what's gonna happen to the boots then? Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it'll yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Looks towards the boots. Should we continue? That material looks out of place here. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. At that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. For a northeast region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real? Not too much, yes. Pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less. Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. It's a sorry situation, I agree. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. He checks his note. Mr. Gaute implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. These look pretty advanced for a security guard. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what the guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like a tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them all together. Like whorls on floorboards. That design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like neon vitae and ebony perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. Run your finger over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E500, blah blah. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drawing ball point of his pen and on the tongue. Medium success. Let's lie. No, I'm not. We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio on my kinema when we're done. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violet mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does its position at the same time of death match the discoloration? Wait, pink and green and pink. Pink is where the blood first settled in the first hours post-mortem. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His face and hands are pink. Thighs, too. I see it. He adjusts his glasses. His neck, too. The lividity goes right up to his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax your eyes. The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot. So, what do you think? I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Agreed. He points to the belt, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports the hanging. You would still like the hypostasis marks. You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced. For some reason, my brain would like the pink to be more pronounced, especially in the neck. Maybe it looks faint to you? Leans closer, covering his nose. It could be more pronounced, actually. Du m'en note. Could still be he was moved after death. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. Not to get him down first. Something's coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen and mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram digestion at the time of death. The fuck he's saying? Ned is talking shit. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death? Maybe. He doesn't really want to drill out. He really doesn't want to drill out too long. He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot! He means you. Fucked him up good, Kuno, the girl yells. Fucked him up brutal-like. I think he's dead. I agree. His personality is no longer a part of the world. Totally dead. The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that. It ended 7 days ago. He nods in agreement with this advanced piece of conceptualization. Having mulled over it, the lieutenant says, that sounds about right. Yes. Back off and catch your breath. Inspect the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white scar is formed on their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. Is this a map of the night sky? Just gotta get some water. This is interesting. A map of the stars? He turns around to breathe before inspecting it closer. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messenian, perhaps. But this seems more particular, customized somehow. As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates and you feel as though you're only half right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and the gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. What's that? A Trinket Sunshine. Mini. Trinket is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? An instant color camera. He produces two metal capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the other side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I only had 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then... a sound. A shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy paper... onto the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Cool machine. Yes, he slides the camera closed and tucks it away into his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? There's only 1 ampoule left. Use it wisely. What do I need this photo for? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was so important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. You'll need to show it around. Can I have it? I should look at it later, without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as a chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. Inspect the belt. The hayman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a slime buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6 rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries, for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so. He nods. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense that they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it? I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes, motivated by the ongoing strike. He politely raises an eyebrow. You? Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. We all are. He covers his nose. This belt worries me. They sure want him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. How'd they even get him up there? The noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? The ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. He makes a pulling motion. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. Back off and look at the corpse. The cadaver hangs in the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. So how do we get him down? He stops to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Step back and have a look first. Inspect the boots. Back off. Belt. Just double checking. Then again, what I know. How do you know what an airship is? No, you're right. The harbor uses 6 rotors. Eyes. Tell me who you are. Tattoos. Yep, the preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach the belt. Let's level up first. What should I level up? Pardon me. Let's go with... I should probably get more, like motor stuff going so I can, like, do dexterous stuff. Or maybe perception. Interfacing. You know what? Master machines pick locks and pockets. Ding! The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. Oh, chain cutters. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, it's a question of cutting the airship strength belt. We could saw the branch. Climb up there and saw the branch. Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down off trees. Can't someone else do it? Someone else? He pauses. You mean, like the police? What was that about processing then? Weren't they supposed to help take care of the boots? Why don't they help? Can't the boys of processing take care of this? No. Why? Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others will come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down fast. Maybe we could shoot him down? Yeah, the enthusiasm is unrestrained. Bane, bane time, pig! Shoot his head off! The lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot. There, the buckle holds the belt together. Where? He corrects his glasses. Yes, I see. If the shot hits there, there might be a chance to release the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kudo with some shit. They'll miss. Pigs will miss, Kudo. Wait, let me try. The man's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Say nothing. Let him choose. Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Secured it in place. That's a Kieja A990, armistice mass-produced muzzleloader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back, assumes the Faltose position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger. Say nothing. He's gonna fucking miss! The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, God damn it. A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Faltose was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Fucking idiot! Look, come on, asshole! Kudo could hit easy, but then Kudo's not fucking handicapped, is he? It's okay, man. Kudo's sorry too. Kudo feels sorry for Binoclard. Lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand. Try again, maybe? No, we're lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. He looks around, at the windows overlooking the yard. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. What now? I have to say it's beginning to look unlikely we could get him down without assistance. You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself. Can I have the gun? I should try. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. The piece shines in his outstretched hand. They only have one gun! This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kudo's ever seen. Take the gun. Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poka. Take it, shoot yourself in the mouth. Feel the weight first. The cold piece of baked light and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your finger fits right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You held this, a P9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you'd never laid it down. The fuck are you waiting for, Kudo? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth. Point the gun at the belt. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground, and your left hand supporting your gun arm. Why don't you just shoot yourself in the blanket mouth, she hisses. At least you won't miss. Close your left eye first. Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically. Look, he's crying! You gonna cry, fucking Sagani? Pull the trigger. Ah, shit. And I hit the corpse. A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb for the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry, I knew it! What a Moku! Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window, surely. Can you reload it, please? I need another shot. The cadaver is already compromised bad enough. We don't have to make it worse. It came out wrong. You made it sound like you're some sort of roulette addict looking for a fix. Ask again. More controlled this time. Please, Kim. There was silence. Fucker wants to fuck up and get bad. What kind of words are there? Are they? It's assault of my people, asshole! Don't provoke her. The lieutenant takes the sidearm from you, then holsters it. Shot him in the chest! The creature is still in belief. What a fucking idiot! It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot, it's your pig heads! Pigs don't have hands, they have like fucking hoops or something. Kudo has hands. He displays his little fingers. They're pink. Kudo can shoot that shit down for you. No, Kuno. If I can't shoot him down, no one will. Cop's bitter because he fucked that corpse up, Kudo. Well, fucking Calippa. We still need to get him down somehow. His tone is growing tired now. The stench makes him turn away from the corpse. But how? The bad way. The way I didn't want us to, he sighs. By asking the Hubba for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take it down. But won't it be dangerous? To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everett Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly, we can't. Suck my dick, bitches! What's wrong with being indebted to Everett Clare? He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return. Yeah, don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kudo's bitches. How do we get inside the harbor? From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. Looks up to the east. Or we could try the secret route we find, where your cloak is. Looks doable. To the gates! Let's negotiate. Let's get to it then. Man, it's so badass when you can do it yourself. Pardon. An intricate web of red web lines stretches across the torso of the changed man. Hanged man. From the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time as the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. Who are you? Gone. What's the meaning of this tattoo? For you to discover, you gotten far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Knows about history. Uh-huh. Shortwave. Maybe I can ask him something.
Yes?
Talk about the case. Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. What kind of stupidity? The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide Montanez is part of Genrock or Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street game mentality. So we let the union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to a natural conclusion. Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez. Well, sort of. It's a less matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off, but, leans in, I assure you, I'm not the finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in the pissing competition. So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says cases solved, the other confirmed kills. Close your eyes. The rows are endless. Look for Precinct 41. John Vicmer Gemina, the special consultant. What was his name? Then rows degraded to green nothingness. For some reason, I thought you said 104 solved cases. Well, technically, the lieutenant says sheepishly, the official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides. A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats. So you're still a good cop, right? I'm good enough for the case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. So you volunteered to spoil it. Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoil sport. The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez? Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. I wonder what this says about me. That was sent by my station. raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. It's all part of the master plan, you see. I'm hiding an experimental cop, but I am right. This is utterly by my standards. There's could be one conclusion. I'm the finest case-solving machine. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen set by my people. Can you guess my message? No. There will be bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. Unimaginable! Oh no, it's not. It's very imaginable. We failed to place responsibility for the hating. The harbor company sees the situation is out of control, so they bring in private military, maybe a gunship. The Union responds in strength. Automatic fire. Local law enforcement solving one little homicide decides nothing. Solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move. Nothing. Tactician, tell me about something else. I should probably talk to Kuno.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Where's the rest of his armor? Kuno doesn't give a shit about armor. How come? Kuno's fuck Gibbs not got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. A mutant? Look at him. He points to the body. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. He drills his temple with his fingers in some strange, aggressive gesture. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. What do you mean he threw it away? Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet. Kuno kicked that shit into the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. You threw it in the sea? Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno, he repeats. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. Wanna fuck someone about armor? Go fuck the mustache Union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. What do you mean, troubadour? Yeah, cockaboots. You know that jolly Union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to? He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here, pretending like he likes cows, trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gates, ask him yourself. Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information? Are you just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno? Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now. Still seems suspicious. You may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire. There are contusions all over our body. Did you do that? What are you talking about? What is this contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting. He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again. A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks you're still left on the corpse. Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction on shit sniffing? He lets go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here. You hear the lieutenant hum. Something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. I'm off. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Yeah, Kuno's so edgelord. Ah, damn. Sucks that I missed. Yeah, I can ask that lady about the tattoos. I figured she'd know. Oh well. Try to get on shortwave and report the boots. So helmet's in the sea. The armor, the boots are still on the guy. I also tried to beg for more money. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm dropping some frames. Wait, hold on. My computer's lagging a little. Oh, who's that guy? Microphone. Pick up the radio. Connect me. Can you run a serial number from a pair of armor boots for me? Sure, officer. What's the number? And make of the armor, if you know it. The make of the model of the armor is fair weather. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug something up useful by then. The International Collaboration Police is an intersolary law enforcement service, the crown jewel of the militarian diadem along EPIS and coalition government. Reconnect me to Sylvie. Sylvie, Malika online for you, officer. Hi, Sylvie. It's police again. Oh, great. She doesn't sound thrilled. What do you need, detective? Have you seen my badge? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again. My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? Oh no, I haven't. Sorry. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Not my uniform too. God, I should really look into that. Kim doesn't have a uniform. He seems real to me. He's in plainclothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. Have you seen my gun? No, not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exasperated. I showed you my gun? When did it happen? You're trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating it as she stopped hesitantly, not sure if she could continue. And what? What did I do? You're waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you. Then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic. Oh, those again? I've been trying to win you off them. Off of what? You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. Off of that. People don't like that. I remember this. You were screaming things like, my brains are all over the walls, painted in red. I won't be seated because these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visual there. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. There was silence on the other end of the line. Okay, I don't know what to say. Me neither. Yes, but what happened to my gun? No idea. All I know is next year we're waving around money instead, saying things like, big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can buy guns. Oh my god, I sold it. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. Have you seen my policeman uniform? Uniform? I never saw you in uniform. You had your things on, the disco things. Here, call breaking up. Personal details. I need information, not fear. Be smart about this. Ask her if he's there alone. Told you. Any news about my own family? Excuse me, I thought you might have heard of them, that's all. No, sir, I haven't. You're not actually keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good that front. Over. Let's wrap this up. Guess I still can't, get money. This isn't good. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. Hold on, I got another call. It's spam. The air from the east is thick with the smell of the crude oils, heavy metals, and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. So how long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style.
So tell me, what do you need?
Hold on. I gotta check my phone real quick for something. Not spam, but I didn't really need to answer it. Care to spare some change for working stiff? Huh? Son of financial duties snap him out of his daze. Oh, no, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. Makes sense. First work, then pay. Makes sense. It sucks what it is. Tell me more about this strike. It's like whatever's going on over the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Going on strike will probably help you dodge a bullet or two. Maybe I should. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new paper crane in half the company. New power crane in half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up, price demands and precise demands and so on. Yes, from the Wild Pines. You take notes. We'll meet you soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Maybe I should go on strike. Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you could get shot. Why not? The RCM is a self-managing organization and that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It will be like striking against your own mother. I don't know my mother, but I'd go on strike against her too, for my rights. Okay, Lieutenant Faces betrays little reaction. Do continue. You were asking about the strike. Anything else I should know? Anything else, yes. Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers, commoners. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere. Too drunk or high. Or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior. What are you hauling, anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the other world. Haha, no, I'm joking, my man, he grins. Fallen runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the area market lately. That's your machine behind you? This Rocky Beauty? He points at Lori with his thumb. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? A motor lorry, also called camion on Kylo and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of fallen rust bucket. Maybe the A6? That's a fallen A6 you got there? Good eye, my man. Yep, she's an old one, but reliable. He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Me and her spent a long time together. Can I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just really hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. So nothing illegal then. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while it's on the road. And our question. Know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us drivers, that's all I know. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. We wasted time right here. Keep it busy. It's easy to tell he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy? With what? Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Ask for his conclusion. Enter conclusion? I sense a surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. I'm good for now. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. I guess I got talk to some guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yelled towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man of his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work. Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work. Right to work.
What kind of cause are you talking about?
Rights of people, rights of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases. Regardless, I have some questions from you.
Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at a man sitting on the railing.
So do we, scab.
The loitering man hollers a return. Who are all these strikebreakers? Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military gray haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want to work, you ought to let in those who want to work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do. What is a strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do strikers want? Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we, he raises his fist and starts shouting again, have the right to work. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. Ill-fitting? What does that mean? His shirt is far too small and unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with a much more corpulence. You wearing their clothes? He ignores your questions, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for a while now. Something's off with this guy. Ask him where he's from. Okay, gotta ask. Where exactly are you from? What's it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Going to figure out the strike mess. Big mess caused by union greed. He shoots you a wary, distrustful look. But I only fight for the rights of people. Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you might just be paranoid. Already got that. I'm more interested in your background. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs and heavy lifting. Hard cargo hauling. Bounce work. I know the drill. I don't really drink. A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Yeah, I think I've been there. Uh-huh. Was a long time ago. The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Routine. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. No, I don't think we met before. His eyes narrow in mistrust. I came to help out the people. And once in a while, background. Sweet. I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. Territorial? Territorial? Not right now, but I might have been there. I really don't remember things well. Uh-huh. Well, that's a long time ago. I want to get into the harbor, too. Have fun, he snorts. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You try to meet their fat boss? I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. I know nothing about murder. His reply is snappy and terse. When I put past these harbor bugs, they do anything to stay alive. Right to work. He again shakes his large fist, then turns back to you. It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. We should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employer for workers is a crime. Ah, fuck you, Scab. This isn't really my area of expertise. We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity. He turns around and bells at the gate. Let us work! What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work, he points to the gates. We'd be in there working if the bastards had shut the gates. And you were unable to breach the entrance? Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get through the secretary's office. He points to the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And don't be the scrawny mech punk either. He points to the dock worker idling on a staircase. I mean head measurer, or whatever his name is. Wait, head measurer? Huge 70s guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. How bad can one guy be? You seem capable. Bad. The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that was no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? The man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now, if you can't get it anyway. No! They'll give up eventually, or get drunk, leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. I'm just gonna leave now. So... there's someone up here I could talk to.
Scab?
Asked the man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time? What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He tries to look at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means leader of the scabs. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop Scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said something about the armor? Heh, he smiles. Little boy did good on his promise. His promise? To get me into trouble, to stick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words, not mine. What happened? I was asked to look into that armor situation. Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it. Did you? At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere. The cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me in trouble. He smiles. One bad move is all it takes. So Kino used to use us to what? Scare you? It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. He contemplates taking a swig from his flask. The prober to the armor. What'd you learn? I learned that people don't want to talk to drunk Union man about some armor. What else? Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. What sort of technical stuff? I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library, he explains with a wry smile. I didn't get into material science, just how it comes off. How does it come off? In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings? Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore if they ever did at all. He gives you a jolly shrug. Forget about them. I did. I'm going to find 1 piece of it. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All the pieces. All of it? The lieutenant raises his brow. There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I'll leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it. It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this. A mist epic then, all across Martinez. G glances south, where the canal runs. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. Some more technical stuff. I'm already on it. Thank you, cooperation, sir. No problem. He finally takes a swig from the flask. If you see that kid, thank him for calling me. If you see that kid, thank him from calling me Piñata. Thank him for showing me the way. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? Sure thing, my friend. I can try to help you out. He flips a coin towards you. Try to catch it. The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do. Pass around cargo and such. He rubs the back of his head. It was not meant as provocation or ridicule. Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you. Appreciated. Right. Always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs. I come to Martinez investigating a murder. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating a murder. I have no idea what I'm doing. Whispers back. That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. He thinks and decides. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way. What's the strike about anyway? You know, serious business, he smiles. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy. He wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now. I'm looking at assistance with the dead body situation. Body still hanging in the tree? He rubs his chin as if pondering his core beliefs. Aye, that's rough pickle. Can't help you with that. Sorry. Not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance, he shrugs. Does that mean you can let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. If it's so simple, why did the scap leader warn you of the guards blocking the way? That simple? I just walk in? Aye. Just walk right past Measurehead and go in. Past Measurehead? Yeah, the 2.5 tall meter 70s supremacist there. He points to the bridge above the gates. Walk right past him. Right. Then press the button to unlock the door. Uh-huh. Then go past him again. Okay. And you enter the harbor for the East Office. Esta! So what you're saying is actually quite difficult. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you can best mess up your head in a physical confrontation. Or you convert to a 70s supremacist worldview, or, he strokes his mustache. Maybe it actually is completely impossible. Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? John Luke himself would have said philosophy is proven overly heroic for scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Not yet, no. He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess. He's incredibly strong. Got another thing. Sure, the man's gotta keep going. Ah, good place to autosave. I guess I'll talk to him.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Young woman at the giant's side agrees. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned. Wait, Al Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
He means alcohol. Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull self.
He nods approvingly.
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years. The alien people did not invent alcohol. It existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the whole of Al-Ghul have fed. No one believing in it raised loser.
I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
The babe looks at him with eyes full of admiration that transcends the merely sexual. Yeah, right. I'm a servant at Al Ghul, but I still need that body down for the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Aplo Group B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race? Hey, I'm a roast beef race. Race is unimportant stuff here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Aplo Group has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Jeez, what jackass.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Hey! What's wrong with sadness and frivolous pop culture?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby. Yeah, you know it.
I like how he's in the background of her picture. There was a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum.
Yep, he's crazy.
The walls will be lined with bottles of al-Ghul, your beloved weapon. Inside, we will starve the odes to homosexuality called art, and your microcephalic colors.
And you're a homophobe. There may be a peaceful solution to this. You can internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. You mean that I have to become a Semite supremacist myself? Well, yes. Why? Don't you want to be Semite supremacist? So what if you're not Semites? You can be anything. What are those tattoos? Nope. Nah, I'm not doing that. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorry man down the street. Welcome to Revachol, you hear him yell at the redhead woman visiting the frit nearby. You must think redheads are immigrants. I am not like them. I have craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudoscientific ambitions. Sorry. One thing, however, is not entirely free of throwbacks to the phylogenetic tree. His large jar, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be smaller. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata. That's atavistic stigmata that makes pussy say, yes, plenty. Babe, thanks. The tattoos on his stone face briefly form a file. But I got this. You know anything about this mug? He does not so much as glance at the object. You put this in the trash lately? Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. He had nothing to do with it. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Don't be so vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. His eyes turned towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but he still served them. How does that factor into your life? Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race naive communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Jam. Individualism. You've gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from the rock and roll songs. I've gotten it from disco, actually. Offshoots of the 70s people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race, but what is done is done. I'm not surprised that you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the 70s race. Okay, I ask, who are the 70s? The South Island race, haplogroup 4A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulian archipelago. We descend from the Aeropagites of the ancient Peloponnesus and arrived here 4,000 years ago, millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know. So you're born and raised in the islands before you moved to Revachol? I am a descendant. The narrow streets that open there are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young 70s women walk into the gray mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Pale. Immaculate conception from the Pale. So you did not come from the islands? No, he cranes his head. I've heard about it. On the radio. So you're not really 70s, you're just from Revachol. Yeah, I'm from Kuron. He changes tactics. No, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the 70s strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree. Kim, what do you think about this? I don't think anything about this. We're wasting our time having this conversation. Your paedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here, with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over to the whirling's roof to the yard. Try the jump? Up there on the roof? It'll be worth it. Else there's little choice but to figure out how to deal with the man. So I'm pretty much blockaded into wonder what this is. Oh, would this would have left me out? Case of strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. Oh, wait. There's no lock picking and door kicking this one.
Hola, wandering man.
The measure,
How can I help you?
the measure head thing didn't go well for me. Can you help me out with that somehow? Sorry, but busy surveying the situation. He takes a swig from his flask. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate our harbor machinery. Maybe you can even knock the Calstone crane over using some remote controls. He stops to think. Or calling tactical air support. You guys have air support, right? Wait, do we have air support? Why didn't you tell me? Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things. I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology. He pats the side of his nose with his index finger. Alright, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with John Luke here. Our solidarity to RCM. It's low on technology, however. Yes? First, don't fight him. Obviously, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically, grovel. That's how I do it. He tips his beret and concludes, "You're welcome." Maybe that would work. We'll have to see. I don't want to subscribe to his ideology. My life's a mess enough as it is. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Wait. I thought I saw. Oh, that was.
Right to work. Right to work.
You don't have any tips.
Shame on you.
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button. He smirks. Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say. He might have had some advice, but you gotta at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail. I don't want to let these guys in. I don't trust the scab leader. I should talk to Kuno one last time. If he's still there. Oh yeah, he's still there.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I talked to Piñata about the armor. So, he raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down the armor anyway. Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes. He looks slightly confused. Kuno said your fat ass running around like jello. Look, pig, he's suddenly all business. Kuno said you roughed some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. Whatever, kid. What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno's just being nice to you. Waves you off. You got fucked bad. Now the fuck out of here. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say while staying in Kuno's face. Yeah, real interesting. Okay, I'm off. So I guess this full day was spent. Oh, I'm gonna be homeless soon, aren't I? Ah, shit. Hold on. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be homeless anyway. Might as well go and try to do the harbor. Try to talk to that guy. Revachol. One hand is pronounced Oranje Classier. Revachol Oranje Classier. Oranje Classier. Revachol. Wait. What's this? Door's going to collapse soon. Destroying pillars keep the ruins together. Postcard. The postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Not right now. Let's save. Even if I do, like, miss, it's like I got enough health. Well, at least I made it. This machine swallows your coin, which seems to be waiting for next move. Interfacing. Challenging 12. Let your muscle memory dial a random number. Your fingers run over a dial pad 005. That's a dialing code for Revachol. 4952. There's a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers 993. Crackle. Someone picks up. They say, Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you? The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows. What is this place? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. No, I meant, what is this place? Do you know me? No. No, what I meant, what is this place to me? Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here? Why did I call you? Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Maybe, but I don't even know my name. If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. He sounds annoyed now. I can't help you over the phone. Are you done? The call is terminated by the other party. You left with the discomforting sound of disconnect tone. Interesting. A video rental place. A worker, member of board. Demand democracy. Close the drawers, open the drawer. Browse through the folders. Historical documents. Force yourself to go through the folders. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Go out, focus. Let's just get back to work. Close the drawers. That's what I got last time. Okay. There we go, my shades from first time. I the Reckoner. Ah, baby. Ah, baby. Yes. Perception calculus. Here I am. I want to spook the name of the words Rene Arnaud. This is okay. Take a few minutes. I'm gonna take a quick seat inside. You must. The lieutenant looks around, but please, sir, pretty easy to spot up here. Take the picture. Something about this peaks management could be a side thing. Have a seat. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. So something. Read side effects. Already done this. Oh god, I went up to a woman and actually said, I want to have fuck with you earlier. What the hell is wrong with me? Maybe this was a bad idea. Take the painkillers. You take the painkillers. They are yours now. My trees. Looks like forest under snow. This one I'm browsing through because we did it once already. So yeah, this is definitely behind the picket line or whatever. Continue. On. So even if I fail my skill checks, and I will fail my skill checks, I should be able... I should be able to, actually have enough to, like, heal my psyche now, so I don't, like, get another game over. Come on. Interesting thing is, I know there's a locked briefcase here now, and that might have my gun. At least that's how that's what I remember being here. It might not. Oh, there it is. Almost 2100. Almost time for Kib to go to bed. Rescue us. I'll let this guy read. See.
Container, put the logos on. Container, used to be well pained. Container, now belongs to Everett. Everett. He looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
To recap, he's repainting the containers with some of our logo, and he's not really asking why. Don't insult him. Alright, let's see if I can increase my thought. Is this how I do it? There we go. Now go back to bow collecting. Looks like there's a lot of thoughts I can hold. So now hopefully I can actually finish my conversation with Everett. Time to save. New save. So we got 10 minutes left to see. Because it started 10 minutes early, within the next 10 minutes I'll stop. I'll just see if I can finally get to the next part of the conversation. Let's get straight to business. There's a dead body in the tree.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop
come
by.
on.
Everard Clare. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from...
You go ahead.
Yeah, the chair. Dubois, take a seat. Why you call me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized
Take a
manner.
seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can
Remain
see
serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarges Union
Damaged
help a
health.
representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude... This should take care of... It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and...
Keep it on good.
Okay, now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one of the matters...
Lost gun. Damage morale. When he said, don't worry, wait, okay, this is new. When he said, don't worry, what he actually meant be very worried. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be alright. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a
That
safe
briefcase,
place.
I'm sure of it.
I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. Don't panic. 70%. Yeah. So what? Men cry too. You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
So far, so good. What is this Mr. Dubois he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
How can I use you if you're dead? Make you use your hand somehow in a kind of throwing motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois. Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. I'm melting.
What an odd demonstration of... Huh? You got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. Aren't you gonna ask me to come in? You asked me, Mr. Dubois, why? What's that container outside your office? My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. There's nothing special about it. It was attached to the Cavastal crane. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch, he says with the fondest of smiles. Time is a precious resource. I don't have enough of it to count containers with you. Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening a container. You should try convincing it. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? Harry, he says almost gently. Honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia, a man your age. I too am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this two-weapons providers. My body's gonna break down any moment now. Probably pushed it to the limit. Rubbish, Harry, rubbish. I mean, look at you. He raises his hand towards you. For your age, you are obviously in the peaks of physical condition. A real silverback. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I get a chance to request it. You call me Mr. Dubois. Why? Well, of course. Let's dispatch with the formalities. Call me Everett. I call you Harry. So that's really my name. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesia cop, aren't you? He shrugs with an amazed expression. What are the odds of that? I think the odds of that, he looks at you, are very low. Might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first. It's true, my memory is a bit hazy. I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is... He taps on the folder in front of him. I've got a big, fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out. I'm sure if you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. He pauses to look down at the brown folder on his desk. And you are probably right. I can. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it. Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents? Lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles. Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? His eyes never leave yours. Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now. Oh, I can save now. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Let me end the conversation after this, and then we can do it later. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first. What kind of cop did you say I am? It says, he looks in the folder. Oh yes, very interesting. It says you're more like a mad prophet than a cop. Always rambling about the end of the world. I'm sure these stories are exaggerated. It's my core to the apocalypse, and I'll do what I want. Exaggerate, Edward. The time is now. We're looking at a catastrophic global loss of life. Of course, Harry. He nods along. Sin, blood, death, catastrophic loss of life, all those things, and that's why you and I must be prepared. So let's talk about how we can help each other. He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez. Do you know anything about my family? Let me get this straight. What's my full name? It's Harry. He glances at the folder. Harry Dubois. Okay, I like it. I can work with that. And I can work with you, Harry. He raises his index finger. Now, what else can I do for you? Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or... Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? You're right, I don't. And that's why I like you, Harry. His fat finger pointed at you. A good man knows both his strengths and weaknesses, and you, my friend, are one of the all-time greats. How did you get that folder? Ah, this? He closes the folder. My friends in your organizations gave it to me, Harry. RCM. This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt. I find that very suspicious. May I have a look? I'm afraid that this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. He turns back to you. Please continue, Harry. Have another look at that folder. As you look at the folder, Everett covers it with his hands and pets it. He signed it from you, because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in a file cabinet. That's not an RCM folder. Okay, Harry, you got me, he says, grinning. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them. You got the name from the Census Bureau and everything else from your actions here in Martinez. Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau, like I said. He looks annoyed. Now, I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I could do for you, Harry? That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. A mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for a time being. So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois? That's what I said. Try to keep up on today. Let's move on. Everyone go and lead the. We might talk again later. Wait. He leans in to his board, pulls out a plastic card. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Thanks. I'm wondering how I'm supposed to get out. Yeah, I was. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry. Oh, nice, and I'll save. So yeah, now I will save, because why not? And next time, I'm going to ask about that. I'm going to ask about my gun and try to finally get that damn body off the tree. So, oh, this was fun, but I think I'm going to make this 2.5 hours now, because this is getting 3 hours is. I thought 8 hours. Like, I've done 8 hours before and all that, but yeah, I'm definitely reaching a limit at 2 hours. So, especially with the reading. So, thank you for coming to my corner of the apocalypse. This is Jessica Hans. I hope you enjoyed yourself today, and I will see you this Sunday. It will be Max Payne 2, and then next Tuesday and Wednesday, it'll be more Disco Elysium. So I hope you have a wonderful day today. Take care of each other, and endure. Goodbye.